Welcome one and all. I love science. I may not be a witch, but here I am. I am the Science Witch, and welcome back to another Discussions at Dinner. Like I said in the first one, these are going to probably be recorded every Thursday as my mom is in school until like 12 o'clock at night. So, I'm recording this relatively late. I mean, it's almost 8 o'clock at night, and I'm just now eating dinner. I got distracted watching Steam Train's final Undertale episode, so we're gonna begin. And my pizza rolls are done. Fuck! So I'm probably gonna let those sit for another minute or so. This discussion is going to be about the education system in America. More specifically, my school in particular, and our AP classes. And before I start, I want to say this viewpoint is coming from an outsider looking in. I do not take any AP classes because my mental state cannot handle that at the moment with my parents and with everything that's been going on in my family. I just couldn't handle one right now, and I don't think I'll ever be able to handle one. I should start by saying AP stands for Advanced Placement. These classes are called Advanced Placement because they are at a college level, or my friends are taking college classes as sophomores in high school. Now these are classes that are 3 or 4 years ahead of where we are now. So, with workload and everything. So, what I don't understand is how these teachers think it's okay to give these kids the amount of work they have when these kids have another 7 classes to do their work for. Some of them have 2 AP classes. I have friends that take both AP Psychology and AP Gov? Yeah, AP Government, United States Government or something like that. But they take both AP Gov and AP Psych. That is 2 college classes amongst the 8 classes we have total in our schedules that are, so literally a quarter of your classes are college classes. And again, most of my friends, not only are they in AP classes, but their regular courses are also honors classes. Honors have higher expectations. And as for honors, I am not an outsider because I have been in honors classes since I was in about 7th grade or so. How do these teachers think? Like, how are they thinking? They claim that our mental stability is more important than anything and blah, blah, blah. They want to make sure we're okay. That is bullshit. These classes, I have friends, and may I probably state my schedule or how the schedule works at my school. We have A days and B days. We have 4 classes on A days that are an hour and a half each, and then 4 classes on B days, which are an hour and a half each. So, this has friends of mine working on their assignments for their AP classes, having to sacrifice the time to do their other work in other classes to be able to get their AP work done. Where is the sense in that? Along with another 6 or 7 classes? That's ridiculous. That is insane to me. I give my friends so much credit for what they do because I do not understand. And I'm going to get into just exactly what I have noticed from my friends as they're taking these classes momentarily. I'm going to go set up my pizza rolls and get them over here, so 1 minute. All of my friends are incredibly hardworking, very determined, and all just incredible people. But I have my friends who take AP classes that are phenomenal. I do not understand how they do it. These AP classes are out of control. They have to study like chapters, like a whole chapter every week, all 4 sections every week. That's like, I know, that's a lot of material. That could be like I don't know, probably like 40, 50 pages, along with like 60 vocabulary words to do flashcards with. And I'm not trying to say AP classes don't have their benefits, because they do, and I will talk about that. But I'm just going to give a little dedication to my friends who have their AP classes. I look up to them because it's insane. It is absolutely insane. And I commend them for everything that they do and being able to handle it like they do. And I wish I could handle these kinds of things like they do. But I can't. I'm not them, and I'm not really as good as them. These people are my friends in these classes are the smartest people I know. And I give them so much credit for what they do. I love them so much, and they deserve so much more than what they get for these classes. But AP classes do have their benefits. I believe it was when I went to a meeting last night talking about AP courses, which is why I wanted to make this video in general. I believe 85% of colleges nationally will take at least one of your AP credits. So that leaves a 15% possibility, or 15% of schools that will not take any of your credits from AP classes. And you not only have to take a final, but you also have to take an AP exam, which determines whether or not you get the credit. I mean, it's a credit and a half in some cases, but to have one single test at the end determine whether or not you get the credit for the class at all? You could do all that work and fail the AP test and not get the credit. Sure, you'd still pass the class or something. I don't really know much about how the grading concept works for the AP test, but I think that if you fail it, you don't get the credit. Correct me if I'm wrong, any of my friends who watch this, if you do. Correct me if I'm wrong, because you guys probably know much more about this than I do. But there's a possibility it won't even count. I know, I've heard from other teachers, especially my government teacher, who told me about how AP exams can be like a hoax. He's not AP government, he's just regular American government. But he has had students take 5 AP classes in their entire high school career, and that's a lot. So, and I think as a grand total, that'd probably be 1.5 times 5. 7.5 credits towards their college. Not a single credit was taken by the college they were going to. All of that time, all of that effort, wasted. They did it for the credits for their school and for their college to try and skip out on some of the freshman classes. Some people can even go into college as sophomores because of their AP classes. But this one student got nothing, which is horrible. What I find unbelievable is these administrators seem to forget that we have other classes to worry about, other homework to do, other classes and tests and quizzes to study for. We have other things. And I'm not exactly sure how many college classes or how many classes college students usually take. But at least I know with my mom, who I think is going to school part-time, has one class, 3 hours more or less, a few days a week, but then has to study and everything for the rest of the week. But now you're putting us into college level classes with 2 days to get the stuff done. Technically it's only 1, but I feel like their expectations of us are too high. Everyone's raised expectations of us from us getting good grades in middle school and elementary school, make everyone think, oh, you should be doing good in high school too. And you're ready for college courses as a sophomore in high school. Oh yeah, totally. Why don't you just throw me into so-and-so community college? I'd be totally up for that. No! I it's just, my friends stay up till 1 in the morning sometimes, 12 maybe, sometimes even later, to do their AP work, to read their chapters and take notes and do their flashcards for their AP classes, mostly AP Psych, I think. And they get about, maybe before they actually fall asleep, probably 3 hours of sleep. Because our buses come around maybe ranging from 6:30 to 6:50. My bus comes at 6:40, but with them staying up that late, some people wake up at 5 o'clock to get ready for school. If you stay up till 1 or 2 in the morning, that's 3 hours of sleep. That's not enough. We, as growing teenagers, are supposed to have approximately 8 hours of sleep. When you're giving us 6 hours of homework, maybe even more with AP classes, so say like 8 hours of homework in all of our classes, that gives us, let's see, get out of school at 2:30, get at 2 o'clock, get home about 2:30, give us 8 hours of work, that is 10:30. Now add dinner, getting ready for bed, other obligations like dishes or other chores, showering. That's probably adding another good 2 hours. 12 o'clock. That is 12:30. They don't get a break. They never get a break, and it breaks my heart to hear my friends telling me, oh yeah, I was up till 2 o'clock last night doing psych notes. A good friend of mine, one of my best friends who sits right next to me, does her AP Psych work in chemistry class. She spends all of chemistry doing this work when the teacher's doing lecture, and when he gives like a worksheet or something, she goes on and studies with other classmates to make sure they get all their notes. Losing time on chemistry. Is chemistry not as important as psychology? Is psychology so much more important than chemistry? Depending on your field, your ideal field, maybe, but I mean, they still need to pass chemistry. They still need to pass their other classes. But yet, we're also teenagers. We need our downtime. We need our time to unwind and relax, and that's why my friends get up so late, because they want to take some time after school to just do their thing, but they can't, because then they'll be up till 2 in the morning. I know I'm getting really heated about this because it is a very, very frustrating subject with me about AP classes, because I cannot stand the type of expectations they have. 15 or 16-year-olds to but to do the work of someone in their early 20s who may not even have as many classes and would have more time. I mean, if they have work and everything, maybe not as much time, or maybe not too much more time, but still have some downtime. We need to have that downtime. And some of my friends just don't get it anymore. Like, if I was taking AP classes, I don't think I'd be able to record these videos. I'd be too busy doing work, but then again, I'd probably fail out of the classes because I wouldn't be able to get my work done. Because it's a college level course, anything late would not be accepted. Probably. Not to mention the AP Psych teachers I don't even want to. He's a monster. I cannot stand the psych teacher. Just saying. Do you see why I am so angry? Hi, Sabrina. Excuse me. I don't like to see my friends suffer. I don't like to see them. Sabrina! I don't like seeing them We're hearing about them being overworked to the point where they're having anxiety or panic attacks or just getting really depressed and not getting enough sleep, becoming insomniacs because of the fact that they have no other time. And when they do try and give themselves other time, they get put behind, and that brings on more anxiety. It's unfair. The standards are too high. These kinds of things should not be as rigorous as they are. Challenge yourself. Challenge myself to the point of breaking, to the point of sacrificing my own mental health. And again, I'm just using me as like an example. I don't take these classes, so just gonna say that again. But putting people my age, my friends, in the situation when they have to sacrifice their mental health to get their work done, that's not how it should be. It's not good for the students. It's not healthy. You say you care so much about our health, then let us get our downtime. They need their time to wind down. I have friends who have to take mental break days where they stay home from class for one day because of the fact that they need to catch up, or they need to just relax because they don't have enough time any other day. But then they get late, so a lot of people don't do it because they don't want to be late on their work. You are put in a situation where you have to decide, do I want to be mentally healthy and happy, or do I want to try to be further ahead when it comes to college? The choice is yours. And the choice will always be yours. This has been my opinion and what I see from my friends, and why the workloads and the rigorousness of the courses gets me so frustrated. And I guess you can say I'm dedicating this to my friends and colleagues at school who take AP classes and are passing them and doing well in them, and because I am so proud of you guys for all that you're doing. And I'm not trying to put down any of the classes and say like, oh, it doesn't matter, because it may matter less to some people, or it may be more ridiculous to some people, but it's still important to you, and that's what matters. This is my view on the education system, and I guess you can say how it needs to be fixed. Coming from a high school student, I don't have much authority in anything. Coming from someone who's not in an AP class to judge this personally, I am definitely not in the authority to say this. But this channel is about me sharing my views and opinions on things, and to bring to light scenarios and problems that I find in my life or observe in the lives of others. So keep up the good work, guys. I'm so proud of you for doing everything that you're doing, and I'm going to take this. I'm so proud of you guys for doing everything that you're doing, and if anyone else out there takes advanced placement classes or in college right now, keep up the good work. Stay determined. If you know Undertale, stay determined, but make sure to take care of yourself. You deserve it. Trust me, you deserve a day off. You deserve to take breaks from your daily routine to watch like an hour of TV. And you can do it. I know you can do it, because if you are going through these things and you are going through them now and doing well, you can do it. You can do it. You can make it. I know you can. I have utmost confidence in you. And I hope you guys can remember that if you ever feel like you are close to breaking or giving up, I believe in you. And be good to yourselves. And that's it, guys, for this video. Anyways, thank you guys so much for taking your time to watch this video. If you enjoyed what you saw, take a stab at that like button to let me know, and I hope to see each and every one of you sometime in the very near future. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Bye. I'm too small. Oh, my pizza rolls are cold now.